Hi, welcome to Sparkling Memories, a place where you can build healthy relationship with food, pairs, and yourself. And today I'm going to talk about recognizing the difference between someone who is your friend and someone who is an app. An app is basically somebody you cannot protect, you cannot trust, and it shouldn't be in your circle and whatsoever. Now, this one young lady, I'm going to tell you, she came to me and she wanted some assistance. And since I had nothing to do at the time, I said, fine, I can help you out. So I decided that over time that I'm going to help her do different things. Maybe go Family Dollar, maybe go to the Dollar Tree, maybe go to, in the late small department stores like Walmart, Publix, grocery shopping or whatever else, right? So everything good. Now it gets to the point that you asking me about my personal business, and then is when things get turned to the left. Because it's like, I'm helping you, yes, but I don't need to talk about my personal business with somebody that's with me, and then you want to call me your friend. If I myself don't call you my friend, then we're not friends. We're associates, we're people who interact with each other, and that's it. When it comes down to exchanging phone numbers and going out, like maybe to go eat and hanging out, then I could consider you a friend. But when somebody isn't giving you personal information about their life, especially personal things that can affect them in the long run if someone else found out, then you and the person is not freaking friends. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. But this one young lady that was assisting, we're going to the different stores, she decided that she was going to get loud with me within my own car. I was like, hold up. The only thing I said to you is don't talk to me like that in my car. You can talk to those children in your house, which are your stepkids and your stepdaughter, like that, or even your boyfriend like that. But when it comes to me and my ride, you cannot talk to me like that. She proceeded to talk much louder. I turned on the radio. She gonna tell me she don't give a F about my radio. And she proceeds to carry on. Now I'm about 3 or 5 minutes away from where I picked her up from. I had so much energy, but I did not want to waste my time nor my gas because I was getting ready to take her back to the store that she just came from because she was very disrespectful and she felt like as if she could have talked to me like I was some kind of kid. Mind you, this is somebody that's older than me in terms of years, has no respect for me, apparently, because if I'm telling you I don't like how you talking to me and I don't want you talking to me in that tone in my car, you should just respect it. So when I got to where I was taking her, I told her boyfriend she isn't ever coming back in my car. Period. Now, as I'm walking away, he's gonna ask me why. So I said I don't. I just went in and go about my business because one thing I don't do is this back and forth with people and arguing and getting people face. That is not who I am. Okay. So now days pass and now she's irritated somebody that I know that never even used to speak to her. So we got into the point where she wanted to get a physical altercation with the person I talked to because she felt like it. And then it keep escalating because now her boyfriend is stepping in like as if it's he have beef with my person. And I say to myself, when I come around, these two individuals don't have nothing to say. They completely mute. They don't say boo. And then all of a sudden you're talking to my person and you have so much to say. So then he comes to me and he's like, what should I do about this situation? I said, well, you need to tell these people, leave you the hell alone, file the proper paperwork so they could leave you alone. He proceeded to do that. The lady denies doing anything wrong. So now he's over here is like, okay, if the roles were reversed and it was me she was talking to and me she was going out with, if it would have been like that, I said no. One thing is for sure, and one thing you would understand, when it comes to me, I don't play them kind of games. You ain't gonna come in my personal space with your BS and expect me to acknowledge you. That is not who I am, because I'm gonna stop you dead in your track before you come too close to me. Because you come too close to me, Florida is stand your grounds, you're gonna get hurt. I would like to tell you and sugarcoat it and make it sound even cute or whatever, but I don't have time for that. One thing I don't do is allow people to harass me and people to threaten my life. You do those things, anything liable to happen to you. It is a promise, not me over here threatening people on live and video. No, it's a promise. Okay? So when comes down to it, now the boyfriend is cutting me and all this kind of stuff. I don't mind that. But don't put things whereas you affecting my ride with your late paint and shit. I don't have time for that. My car is custom. I don't need nothing on my freaking car that I didn't put there myself. It better be better regular debris or stuff from outside. But when you making your point to mess up my car that is custom, that's a problem for me. So I proceeded to let the person who is in charge of the building to let them know. Stop doing your work and messing up the outside of my car, because I am not paying for getting it repainted and I am moving to go nowhere. Okay? So now you have to protect yourself, because even when you tell this so-called police department, no matter what state you're in, they do not care. They want video, they want some type of auto. So if you're in a situation, you expect someone to pull out their phone and say, hold up, give me a minute, let me record what's going on. How many people actually do that in real life, in real time? How many? Because I don't see that quite happening. My thing is, for me to stop and tell her boyfriend that I no longer want her in my car, turn into you harassing my person. And that's not cool. Because when you reach a certain age, you need to know how to act. And when you reach to my stage where I don't give up, you will understand yourself really quite fast, quick, and in a hurry. Playing games with people who are stupid, immature, and don't have any knowledge of how the world works gets you in problems. And one thing I do, and one thing is for sure, is drama is not part of my daily activity. Dealing with people and their is not something that I do. I am like this. If you have an issue with me, come to me. Don't come to my person, harass them. Don't come and tell people lies, because people are famous for telling lies on me. Okay? I've had people tell lies on me from elementary, junior high, high school, you name it. When people don't like you, they would make sure the other folks don't like you either. And make sure people don't come around you and be around you. Because they want you to look terrible and they want you to look something like someone you should not interact with. Harassment is a real thing. Adults can harass one another, and you go to the police department, they'll do nothing unless you have audio and video to confirm it. Get yourself to a point where you're not in these situations. Some situations are unavoidable, and certain situations can be fixed before you get to the court. Now, when you get to a point where you're dealing with this kind of BS, take a whoosah moment. Give yourself a chance to breathe. Because if you don't, people are going to railroad you, and you're going to get irritated. Being irritated with someone who doesn't pay your bills, doesn't screw you, doesn't acknowledge your needs or your wants, and doesn't do nothing for you but talk about you, do not keep in your circle. Till next time, this is Miss Sitaran for Sparkling Memories. Bye-bye.